Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing an exceptional and uncommon Grand Seiko. This is the Grand Seiko SBGR101. Grand Seiko Automatic SBGR101. Can you see what's special about this watch? Less is more. A timepiece that has few direct Swiss equivalents. It's a full-size 42mm full bracelet stainless steel automatic with no date, 3 hands, and that's it. On my 16cm circumference wrist, it's an easy watch to wear. As you can see, the 42mm watch doesn't overwhelm my rather smallish 16cm circumference oval wrist. I would recommend this watch for wrists as small as 14.5cm circumference. It's not thick, nor is it particularly thin, but with a 13.6mm case thickness and a sloped and double-stepped case flank, it will easily slide underneath the cuff. 2 ways to measure this watch: lug to lug. Lug to lug, you're going to find it's a reasonable 47.8mm, and with strap tool apertures in the lugs, it's a natural match for a strap OEM or aftermarket, your choice. If you measure it end link to end link across the wrist, that's solid end link to its opposite number, the watch is a bit broader across the wrist, 50.5mm. Now, it's an easy watch to wear, partly because it's not truly huge despite being a 42, and also because the case shape works well with your wrist. It's sort of a big, bright, metallic banana, draping itself elegantly and organically around your forearm. The bracelet's a substantial piece, satin finish, staggered link alignment, staggered link size. There's a little bit of a contrast in the polish of the flank. I like the rounded bevel of the links that transitions from the hoods to the flanks. You can see this being a stainless steel Grand Seiko. All of the removable links are fixed by screws. You can see that half link that allows you to size precisely. It is a twin trigger deployant clasp, so you press the twin triggers and you release. It's a very secure system, and because it's not a sport style clasp with an extension inside or diving pretense, it's very slim despite being a clasp. You can also see there's another half link on the other side for precise sizing, and big gaps on the underside, which I love to see. It vents the wrist, it avoids pinching skin or pulling hair. Good design. The end links are nicely integrated. They're stepped down a bit from the lug hoods as well as the case band. Nevertheless, it does look all of a piece. It just has a more articulated and nuanced junction with the case band than you'll find, say, on the integrated end link of a Rolex. But the case has a lot of personality, and not just where it abuts the bracelet itself. This is what Grand Seiko calls its Zaratsu tin plate polish. I call it tin plate polish. It's not unprecedented elsewhere in the world in the watch industry, but it's uncommon to see this tin plate polishing method applied on such a large scale. It produces an optically smooth finish by artisanal means. The artisan actually holds the case, the stainless steel case, directly against the milling plate, and by hand pressure, coordination, and experience creates these optically smooth, flawless, almost black polished facets. And you will note that the case shape itself is far more interesting than what you'll find on a Rolex. It has the sheer flank, it has a large and fluid transitional bevel that runs full lug to lug, and then satin finished hoods with a sharp break between the two surfaces. So this is a hand finished watch externally, an immensely hand finished watch. The bezel is shallow, conical, and slightly stepped out from the case. This watch is best understood as a series of layers. It never looks like an expanse of massive metal, in spite of the fact that it is quite substantial at 13.6mm thick and 42mm in diameter. Let me see if I can get you a bit more light here. The dial is all black, all glossy, and flush. Grand Seiko dials sometimes get slated for complexity and busy layouts. We have power reserve indicators and dates and apertures and sometimes steep Rayhaut on the spring drive movements, and some folks say just pare down. Elegance. With the quality of Grand Seiko hands and indices, you could truly achieve a stunning effect with perfect balance, luster, and a shock and awe visual impression without adding any clutter, and that's what you have right here. The hands at center are black polished and faceted Dauphine with a counterweighted lancet style seconds hand. Each of the individual indices diamond polished, faceted, and hand applied. They float on a sea of black lacquer, and they do appear to be suspended rather than placed. It's a gorgeous look. Very minimalist silver on black print, and of course the dial, everything you need and nothing you don't. It's a little bit like how Grand Seiko might have done a Milgauss. Again, I can't think of an exact Rolex or Omega equivalent to this particular watch. Now turn it over and you can see the movement inside. 9S61, 33 jewels, adjusted in 6 positions, not the standard chronometer 5. 28.8 beat rate, 72-hour power reserve, a manufacturer movement constructed by Grand Seiko watchmakers, regulated by Grand Seiko watchmakers, and when the time comes for service, serviced by them too. Everything from the lubricants used to the shock protection created in-house. You have 100-meter water resistance thanks to a screwed-in caseback and a screw-down crown, so it's a versatile watch, and Grand Seiko attests to the precision of this one, no worse than -3 + 5 per day. Remember, COSC chronometer is 5-position adjustment, and no worse than -4 + 6. Stop seconds, and of course a handsome-looking movement, but mostly machine-finished. All the excitement of this watch is the case, the bracelet, and the dial. That's where you're going to find the real hand finish and the romance of this piece. This is the Grand Seiko Automatic SBGR101, How to Make a Watch 101.